There it is. I wasn't sure that it was on. I was like, did you press it? You got fucking thick enough fingers. And then I just sit there, just plaster that shit with your sausages as fingers. What's up, everybody, and welcome to this installment of JJG and the Face. As always, it's me, your JJG, coming to you live with a very special guest, an impromptu episode of this JJG in the Face, because I saw the man and I couldn't deny the fact that you need to meet him. So today, we are joined by the one and only one bad comic, Israel Garcia.
What up, you bad mofos? JJG in the house.
And this guy, the IG, the one and only. And look at us.
Yeah, look, it was so random. You hit me up. He's like, hey, I'm going to be in town. I want to say what's up to you. I want to, you gave me some, I put him right there. Let me see him real quick. He brought me a pipe, dude. I was like, cool. But it's funny because I was like, what shirt should I wear to be cool? So I got my Johnny Cash shirt here. Right? So I'm like, this is going to be awesome. Then this guy walks up with his Elvis Presley prison shirt.
It's because we're a bunch of criminals, dude.
Yeah.
We're stealing laughter and hearts from all the people around the world.
Yeah.
Not just America.
Yeah.
The world. El mundo. Do you speak Spanish, Juan?
I understand it.
All right. El mundo. Do you speak Spanish?
El mundo. Yeah, I speak Spanish.
I saw you at the Mexican restaurant, and I was like, hi, thanks for seating us. And you were like,
Ahí sí, muchas gracias, señor. And those Mexican waitresses over there at that restaurant are beautiful. Like, they have, like, these beautiful, like, green, bluish eyes, you know, and you're like, hey, tacos.
Yeah,
tacos.
they look like, you know what it reminded me of? The ocean. Like the sea algae.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
the way it blends with the ocean blue.
Yeah.
But then they got that green. Mm-hmm. And also I was feeling an ocean of emotions.
An ocean of, in my pants. I know.
It was in your pants, sir. I felt it. That's why he should be called one big comic.
Yeah, well, I'm more of a medium, but average comic.
He's one enthusiastic comic.
Yeah. Don't hype me up because the hype will not live up to the expectation.
I'm gonna undersell. Yeah. You over deliver.
Yeah.
That's a fucking callback reference. So I want to ask you something. Yes. We've known each other for a long time. We've been friends for a while.
Many years.
Yeah. And you guys are gonna see. You're gonna see more of him, whether it be through Instagram, through Facebook, through his social media, through video. See him live. But I want to say something in person. Yeah. To you, into your face. Yes, I do an appreciation challenge every so often, but this guy is one of the most positive people you're gonna meet. We had a conversation sometime back, and you were like, "People are good.
Yeah.
You let people be good.
Yeah.
They're gonna be good." I'm like, wow.
Yeah.
There's a pandemic and people are acting like shitheads all over the world. You're like, but I like them.
Yeah.
I like them. They're doing
it's a weird. It's like what is it like when it's such like a tightrope of emotions where you're walking so really thin line between hating the world and like no, but we're good. You know what I mean? So we're just walking this really tight rope between both of them. But I'm always leaning towards the general population is good. I see that.
It's just the idiots of the loudest.
Yeah, exactly. So, you know, I guess, I don't know, through stand-up, we've experienced so much things that we would never thought that we'd be, because you were talking about Australia and stuff like that, and then me traveling the nation doing stand-up, like, through stand-up, we attract positivity. I don't know if it's because we do stand-up. Like, have you noticed, like, somebody, when you meet somebody, like, and then you don't know them, and then they're a little bit standoffish, but as soon as they know that you're a comedian, their defense mechanisms go away.
You know, in improv and in theater, they should always say yes and. Mm-hmm. So here's where I'm supposed to agree with you, but I'm going to disagree with you. But here's why. It's a compliment. Mm-hmm. I don't think it's just exclusive to being a comedian. I really think that has a lot to do with you.
Yeah.
I think that has a lot to do with you as a person. I think there's a lot of comedians that, and I can say this, I've been around comedians for 18 years now. Yeah. There's a lot of them I don't want to hang out with.
Yeah. You know what? Saying.
You know what? And I'm not saying they're bad comics or they're bad people, but sometimes they're not as fun. Now some of them are.
Yeah.
The ones I hang out with are great.
Yeah.
You're one of them. But I think you attract that in people, and you're a positive person. So people were like, I want to join the party rather than go to my room and sulk.
Yeah.
You know,
exactly.
I think a lot of people want to join the. Given the choice, good times, or fucking sorrow and misery.
Yeah, I know. It's not. Yeah, it's just a choice, dude.
And you make that choice. I see
Yeah.
you doing it. You ran into some obstacles. I'm not going to go into your personal life too much, but
yeah.
the pandemic put a halt, a delay.
Yeah, delay.
A delay to a lot of plans that you had,
Yeah.
and you couldn't have come out the other end being like,
Yeah, you just kind of make it out. You know, well, what are you gonna do? You're gonna just, cry and whimp about it, and or just be like, well, fuck it. This isn't working. I gotta do this. And then if that gets taken away, then you do the other thing. You know what I mean? So you're just constantly trying to. I was telling Juan there, it's like whack-a-mole, dude. You know, it's like, when it's like something's leaking, you're like, cover that. You know, I mean, I'm that guy, like constantly, like, no, we'll do this, we'll do that. You know, so. But it'll work. It works out because I've learned so many things from taking away. Because I'm a comic. I'm a stand-up comic, like traditional stand-up comic. I started it through comedy clubs, and that's kind of where my main thing has been. But once they took stand-up away from me, it's like, whoa, how else can I express myself through you know what I mean? It started grinding gears in my brain to do different kinds of stuff,
Mm-hmm.
So that just made me stronger. It made me better of the capabilities that I can do with myself.
you were a boxer, you became a mixed martial artist of entertainment.
I started working on my merch. Now, I got my show on Facebook Live, which we're going to start to do again in about 2 weeks, every Tuesday at 8:30 p.m. on my fan page, One Bad Comic. And we get this wheel and we spin it, you know what I mean? And then we just do whatever challenge lands on the wheel, which could get pretty crazy.
I did see this, man. I stopped and screenshotted some of your moments with the cinnamon. This dumb shithead with a beautiful mind. You're the best kind of dumb shithead. When he sat there because the wheel landed, and this other guy who you'll meet shortly, fucking Drew, sits there, and this guy tries to eat. This cinnamon challenge is fucking old as fuck, and you came into it blind as a bat. And
I had no idea what that meant. I was like, it's just cinnamon, like.
As much as I love you, it warmed my heart to hear you go.
I'm a gagger.
Dude, and that's true. That's why he's a one bad mofo, one bad comic. Everyone's a gagger.
And this is what sucks the most about, because I came up with the concept of the show. Like, it was all my idea, you know what I mean? And I was able to get people like Drew and Irma, Linda Ruiz, she's a great friend.
Yeah, she's great.
Producer of the show.
Mm-hmm.
But it sucks because I really do things gross me out. Mm-hmm. Like I gag at everything. Like I'll be like, "Wah!" Like it's just the way I am. And I put myself in this show. I did this to myself where like every challenge makes me like, because we're doing like really. We did. One of the last episodes, we had like bull balls.
I heard you reference that. I didn't know you were actually going to do it.
Yeah, bull testicles.
Where the fuck did you get bull testicles?
From some meat market. I went over there and I was like, hi.
Were you in the Philippines? Like, what the fuck is going on? Like, where were you?
It's like just random. I just was like, no, it was funny. I started calling meat markets. And then just like,
that's a dedication to your craft. You're like,
yeah, it was so embarrassing too, man.
I'm a stand-up comedian.
Yeah.
I need some fucking bull balls.
I didn't, so I would be like, hi, we're looking for bull balls. They'd be like, what? Finally, we found one guy that did it, and I went and I picked it up and, bro, when we got it, we started the show and we don't have a fridge by the show.
Oh, so, they were going to say your house?
No. So then we had the bull balls there, right? And they started warming up. So when it starts getting warm, it starts to smell. It was brutal, man. And we landed on it. We landed on the bull balls, too. I had to eat bull balls, too.
So you did it?
Yeah, I gagged like a motherfucker, too, though.
See, that's a man who's willing to pay the price for his craft.
Yeah, and people, we go live and we got graphics and stuff for it. And
you ate bull balls. Meanwhile, if you serve me a fucking hamburger and you're like, there's mayonnaise in it, I'm out.
Wait, you don't like mayonnaise?
No, I'm fucking brown. How do you fucking... What is that? Juan, you do
mayonnaise? Mayonnaise is good. You don't eat mayonnaise like on your sandwiches?
No.
What do you?
Mustard, baby.
Okay, well mustard.
Mustard's
mustard's good, but you can't put too much mustard.
No, but
or are you like I put it on the whole thing mustard? Mustard to me is just like kind of like a little circle, a little bit of spread.
See, I don't know what you're talking about. Little
Well, I'm using.
and
I make my sandwiches with my hand.
fucking, what are you doing, dude? What are we talking about here? Fucking, you did fucking tickle the side of the sandwich. Fucking slap it on the back of the fucking bread. No, I don't. No, dude. I'll do mustard. Mustard's cool, but I have to do the mustard. I don't have to, but like if I'm gonna add lettuce to my sandwich, like I like bologna sandwiches.
Okay.
Like bologna's my jam.
Well, I mean, but look at your skin color. Of course you like bologna sandwich.
I love bologna.
Bologna.
Bologna is my
Hey,
jam.
bologna's a shit.
Bologna's the shit, dude. I like that shit. So I get a bologna sandwich. I toast the bread a little bit.
Okay.
So a little
Yeah.
bit, not over toasted. If you over toast the bread, then you're looking at like a crunchy bologna sandwich.
It just dries up in your mouth.
Yeah, you don't want cracker and bologna. You know, because I mean that's all fucking what do you call that shit is croutons.
Oh yeah, croutons. Yeah, it's a big old crouton.
Croutons is just thick fat cracker.
Yeah. It's like a little midget
dude.
bread.
So I want to get it a little bit toasty, so it still has a little bit of that texture. I bite through it, so with the minimal amount of effort, the smallest amount of effort. But the bologna has already been preheated, whether it be through the fryer
Oh, so you
or the microwave.
wait. So okay,
With
I'm
the
trying to
cheese.
figure out how you'd be making your sandwich.
Alright,
So
alright.
you heat the bologna how?
If I got time, the skillet.
Okay.
If I don't have time, which I rarely do, because your boy gets hungry.
You do it on the one with just like the one with us at the end.
I'll go in the damn microwave though, dude.
Oh, the microwave.
No, I'll go in the microwave, but I'll put the cheese on it. Put the
Okay.
cheese, make it hot. Fucking A.
Okay.
We got that. You got the toast inside. Go about 30 seconds. Get the
Alright.
cheese. 30 seconds. Get the bologna.
Alright.
Then you get the bread, and then you do like that. Now you can do the mustard without touching the bread. That'd be great.
Oh, okay.
Because I don't want any amount of sogginess.
So you would prefer to put the mustard on the bologna?
Yes.
Oh wow.
Mustard.
That's
Mustard never goes on bread because you're only adding to the squish. I
Well,
don't need squish.
see,
That's called capirotada, right? Anything
Okay,
squishy is
yeah.
capirotada. So we do that.
See, that's my problem. That's why I like mayonnaise. This is my defense for fucking mayonnaise because of what you said. But I guess maybe the toasting part of the bread makes sense because I don't like dry. Like I like bread, but I don't like when I'm eating a sandwich. I feel like it's too dry. Like how we were talking about, right? So mayonnaise helps alleviate the toast. So when I eat it, I have it seeps into the bread.
I see your point of view.
Yeah.
I'm with you. I get
So
it. I
you-
just don't like mayonnaise.
Dude, and then like with mayonnaise, like you know what I don't like mayonnaise on? Because I like mayonnaise, but not too much mayonnaise.
Okay.
You know what I don't like mayonnaise on? On my corn in a cup.
No, I don't like that.
That I don't
like it.
fucking get. Do you
We
do that
both-
one?
We just both lost our Mexican cards, by the way.
Yeah,
You're like,
dude.
I don't like corn in the cup with mayonnaise in it. Just give me corn on the cob and fucking butter.
Yeah, corn in the cup, butter for sure, the cheese, right?
I can deal with that.
And then you got the chile and stuff, so that's good. But mayonnaise on fucking, I don't know. I've never got that. At
Well,
all.
I mean, also you got to think about it. If you're looking ethnically at our roots, they threw what they could together. You know what I'm saying? I mean, fajitas didn't
Échale
become
lo que hay.
fajitas didn't become a thing until until recent modern history.
Wow,
That used to be the leftovers. That used to be a cut of meat that you didn't. It wasn't high class. And then it became a delicacy because of demand.
What?
You control the market. Yeah, dude.
That's insane.
So
man.
you tell people that's valuable, they're gonna say, "Oh, it's valuable."
Well, I'm assuming that's probably what happened with menudo, because
No.
menudo's the same fucking.
That's exactly my point. That's where I'm going with this.
Oh,
So that's the same thing that goes into all of these like capirotada.
They just create.
What person who grew up with money would create?
Yeah.
Now if you have money, you wouldn't create it.
It wouldn't even be, yeah.
That's a product of Latin culture because capirotada is also Puerto Rican. And there's other.
Oh, I could see that. Yeah, I could see.
I looked it up because I was doing research on a joke and I don't want to sound like an asshole.
Oh wow! So you're like trying to like.
Uh-huh. I did the same thing with La Llorona. I wanted to see what region she was from.
What?
Dude.
So you looked up. What was the? Well, I guess we can't tell the joke. 'Cause-
Yeah, no, I'm just saying. I don't give a shit, but I'm just saying, dude. I fucking do my research. So I don't come
Wait,
across
well,
like an asshole.
what did you find out about La Llorona?
She was Canadian.
Wait, you're about to mind fucking blow up and just feel like my head. Imagine my head just exploded as soon as you just said she's Canadian. My head just like.
Yeah, dude. I just don't want to sound like an asshole when I say some shit and someone after the show will be like, oh, you know, actually. And I'm like, fuck you. I already covered my friends. I know what I'm talking about.
Stop this Canadian bitch.
Yeah. She was barren and couldn't have children because they were too polite to ask to have sex. They're so polite, dude. I had a Canadian standoff because you know we're from Texas.
Yeah.
And we're Hispanic and we're all about being like, come inside, eat this food.
Yeah.
Here's menudo. Here's capitano.
Hospitality.
Yes, ma'am. No, sir. All that other shit. I was in Canada and some guy. I was like, hey, man, where can I find some good poutine? And he told me, and he's like, you have a good day there, sir. I'm like, you have a better one. He goes, I hope you have a better weekend.
Oh, so they're like, chopping you off.
And I was like, fuck you, man. Like, hope you fucking die, fucking bitch. Hope La Llorona finds you. You're a grown ass fucking man baby. That's why. Cry baby. But he was the nicest guy.
That is hilarious.
So you've made the pivots, your show. What is your show called? I've tuned into it several times, but I'm just like, Israel.
It's called One Bad Livecast. So we go live every Tuesdays. We started off just me and Drew doing it. And then I bought this spinning wheel thing that I got, right?
I love that.
Which I got like a fucking it was so weird. It was right after the Corona thing happened. So I was really like depressed for like 2 weeks. You know, because I was going to go on tour with Raymond Horta, he's a friend of ours. And so I was going to do that. I was going to come back from the tour with Raymond and then go back on tour with Chingo Bling. So I got that. I had got booked at the Hollywood Improv on my own with Sam. So I had all these gigs, man. I had like over 60 gigs in 3 months.
Nice.
Yeah, so I was in like 2 months. So I was like really happy about that. And then all that happened and I was just like, man, you know, and I've been on the road and doing stand-up for like the last 3-4 years have been really like just road. So when that went away, I got really bummed out, you know, and like, I was like, I don't know what I'm going to do. And I had people like, you just go live, do some stuff live, you know, go have a show, you know what I mean? And then I was just like, I don't know, I wasn't feeling it. And one day, like at 4 in the morning, I just woke up. And it's so weird because I was like, I don't know if it was God or the devil, bro. It was just that weird of an experience that I don't know what it was, but I'm asleep, right? And at 4 in the morning, I just woke up. Like out of nowhere, I just woke up and I heard a voice that just said, get a spinning wheel. And I was all like, what? Like a spinning wheel? I grabbed my phone, right? And I look and I'm like I just went to Amazon and I was like, a spinning wheel. So I looked it up. It was $50, right? I looked at my account. I had $80 in my bank account. And I'm like, dude, if I get this wheel, I'm only gonna have $30, dude. Like, how am I gonna get by? You know, and I thought about it for like...
You call me.
Yeah, I got you. I know you got my back, bro. But I'm all right. I'm always good, bro. So I looked at my account and I was like, well, how am I gonna do it? You know, and I kind of put the phone down. I thought about it for like a minute, got it, and just bought it. I was like, fuck it, let's just go.
See, that's one of the things that all my friends, and I was bragging, we went out to eat right now, and I talked about my friends for a large portion of it.
Yeah.
You're the person I talk about to them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They're going to hear about you because of that exact reason. You hear all these comics and all these entertainers, musicians, or anybody who wants anything. Yeah. I want this and I want that. What price did you pay for it?
Yeah.
And I love this phrase, risk it to get the biscuit. I use it quite often.
For the brisket and the biscuit.
Oh, brisket!
Yeah, brisket.
I forgot about that, dude. I love brisket. Anyway, so, but you put it out there.
Yeah,
you took a chance. You bet on yourself.
Yeah, and I started that show with Drew. And that first episode, I made my money back. And I made like double it. And then we're like, all right. So it was like, all right, you know what I mean?
Well, we talked about this before we started this episode, how, you know, being an entrepreneur, being a stand-up is an entrepreneur.
Yes.
That is being a businessman.
Absolutely, yeah.
Or a businesswoman, or, you know, whatever, 2020, business day.
Yeah.
And you're putting it out there. You're getting to go out there, do what you want to do, and you risk it, man.
Yeah, you gotta risk it, you know?
See, I think you're a prime example of what a lot of people in the entertainment business want. We want to work with you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There's a million talented people, whether it be through all facets of life, but which one's the good one? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
the one you're just like,
yes.
I want to be in the car with that dude.
Yeah.
He'll also understand if I want to take a nap.
Yeah, exactly.
You know?
Well, I mean, that's cool too. Like being on the road and stuff is like how you were talking about, like with the people that you've made friends that are lifelong friends because of the experience of what it is that we do. Like being an entertainer comes with a lot, you know, and when you're experiencing that with somebody else, you know, you make this bond that's just comics understand that, you know, especially going on the road and stuff like that.
I think it's kind of like being an endangered species.
Oh.
And you found another one of your kind.
Yeah, dude.
It's just like, oh, you're just like me? We have the same earlobes? We're related?
Yeah.
I love you forever.
Yeah.
You know, you thought you were alone.
Yeah.
You know, and it's cool, man. This guy one time, and we knew each other, but we hadn't worked together. So both of us were in the same region at the same time. Yeah. He was in town for shows. I was in town for something. Maybe it was a show. Maybe it was business. Whatever. So we run into each other, and I was like, "Oh, he's gonna be at this place. I'm gonna support him."
Oh, yes, that's right.
I knew that this guy had the balls because I was like, "He just finished performing there. I bet you, I can call a friend and make something happen."
Yes.
And this guy went up there because it was like guerrilla warfare. It was guerrilla comedy.
Well, I did the show, and then we were there, right? We were hanging out, and then you're like, let's go do a guerrilla comedy show at a bar. And I was like, all right, fuck yeah, let's do it.
And it was great. He was like, I don't know what that is, but you said
equipment,
comedy
right?
show.
Who had the equipment?
They had an equipment.
Dude, that was one of the first times I had ever just been like, what? Like,
that was just doing comedy for the sake of comedy.
Yes.
So
like,
we did a pop-up show.
Yeah.
And I already knew him, and I knew he could provide the goods, and I knew the people in the audience were like, whatever. So we ended up doing it, and I'm like, all right.
Yeah.
And they're like, all right. So I'm like, next coming up on stage, we got one bad comic all the way from El Paso by way of San Antonio. We got the one and only Israel Garcia. Then he went up there, and he was all like,
yeah, dude.
I don't know why I made you into Beyonce.
Yeah, I thought it was like an old. Now, hello, Sam. That's one bad comic. Well, the Valley's such an interesting, like, it's no other place like the Valley in Texas.
It is its own place.
It's its own, like, it's so different down there. Like the way in the Valley is pretty much where I learned to get good doing shows like randomly, like like really scary bars where it could get violent fast. Backyard parties. Mm-hmm. Like little business party. I learned all that through Raymond Horta. Mm-hmm. But because the Valley supports, I mean, every time I've ever gone there, they're so. But I learned that because, like I said, I'm a traditional comic, so sure. I'm a comedy club comic. And then when I went to the Valley, it's like, whoa, there's this other way of doing this.
Well, there's so much to. I think that what's great about you is you pick up the skills, like you're well-rounded.
Yes.
You had comedy clubs.
I'm well-rounded, yeah.
And then you decided. Oh, I gotta pick up the skill set.
Yes.
It's a skill set you didn't have. And the Valley's really good about that.
Yeah.
Then another place that doesn't really cherish or harness that, doesn't matter. You can still do that.
Yeah.
Because they're like, whoa, we're not used to this. We're used to this.
Yes.
And he's doing this.
Exactly. Yeah.
And then they're like, Israel's delicious.
Yeah. That's all I learned. That's how I learned to become well-rounded comic. Now I can go to a backyard and be like, oh, I got this shit. You know what I mean? I would have never imagined. You know, I would be like, no way, how am I gonna, with Raymond sometimes, I got a gig at, we're gonna do this show for this company at 8 in the morning in the break room, and I'm like, wait, what? Like, what do you mean we're gonna do a comedy show in the break room at fucking 8, 7 in the morning? Like, what are you talking? Like, this isn't gonna work, you know what I mean? But you gotta make it work, yeah.
You're hired, look, man, it's just like a chef. I mean, you get to a point where it's just like, hey, I don't care what time it is, I'm hungry.
Yeah.
You know, and you're able to provide the nourishment, the comedy. How do people, like, if people want to support you, buy your merch? Because right now we've reached a point in the pandemic, and by the time this airs, it'll still be the pandemic. Yeah. You know, like it's not going anywhere anytime soon. But people want to buy your merch because I know you're a full-time comic. That's how he brings this source of income. You have merchandise, which thank you so much for the gift.
Oh yeah, you're welcome, man.
You have your stand-up comedy. You have your show. Give us all the ways and the platforms for people to find you. How do they find you?
I mean, you guys have Facebook, Instagram, anything. Follow me, One Bad Comic. So anything that's One Bad Comic, that's where I'm at. Like I said, we have our show every Tuesday at 8:30 p.m. And yeah, pretty much I post everything on there. My merch is on there. You know, they can hit me up and. Mostly just, I have videos too that I make, so mostly it's getting the word out, you know? So if you guys like my content or something, share that, dude. Tell your friends about it, and hopefully eventually when all this dies down, you know, I can go back to doing stand-up because that's what I love. And I'm a pretty good comic. I would assume if you guys come out, you guys won't be disappointed by my set.
I wasn't, yeah, he's a really good comic. I wasn't having you on the show for charity. You know, I'm all like, we have this guy, he's not very good.
I don't believe in him,
but keep an eye out, because in 13 years from now, he's going to have a t-shirt to sell you.
Yeah.
The show's not any good, but man, that's some fine quality cotton.
That's fine. I mean, it isn't Elvis Presley material.
Yeah, or Johnny Cash, who were doing dyslexic. I'm yes and.
Dude, I wonder if people were like, are those guys gay? Maybe we're like a gay couple.
Fine with me.
Like,
I lived in Austin for 20 years, and I traveled the world just being all like, you're sexy. There's some good looking dudes.
Oh, dude. Where was I that I was like, where were we one that I was like, damn, there's some good looking dudes. Oh, no, I was in Austin. I was in Austin because I was down there picking up some stuff. And,
you was down there.
Yeah, I went down there.
Picking up
But
some
Austin
stuff.
has a lot of beautiful people, dude. I mean, I don't go down there that often, so I like white girls. So it's like these white
You do
chicks.
or don't?
No, I do.
Okay.
And but there's all these like dudes that I'm like, whoa, that's a hot dude.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? I compliment that and say, hot man right there. I don't know if.
Yeah, I've reached the point, and I'm from the border town just like you are, because you're originally from El Paso,
Yeah.
and I don't know how old you are, but you're not young.
Mm-hmm.
And I grew up in an area where like, no, whatever, dude. I'm 42 years old. I'm like, you sexy as fuck, you beautiful as shit. I admire everything.
Can't take away the sexy, dude.
Yeah, no, that's an attitude right there. Like that bulge makes my bulge look small, but still,
Yeah, I
appreciate it.
applaud your bulge, sir. That is a man bulge.
Why? Yeah. Why can't you just appreciate it?
Yeah.
And then, like, you're a guy. Like, some people are like, "Oh, don't call me sweetie. Don't call me sweetheart."
Yeah.
When you call me sweetie or sweetheart, dude, I'll buy you something.
I'm gonna buy you.
Like, male or female alike. You're like, Jacob, I like the cut of your jib and the size of your bulge. I'm like, what can I buy you?
Yeah, what can I?
Like, are you thirsty?
Yeah.
Are you hungry? Would you like to purchase my friend? I'll sell you on the hot market, the black market, real quick, dude.
Yeah. Yo, Drew, come over here real quick, man.
Sure. The brown market. I'll sell you
The
on
brown market.
I'll sell you on
This
the
is
brown
this is my co-host right here, Drew Blues.
What up, guys?
This guy right here is the guy who does the show with me, and we spin the wheel. So
We do.
it's good they can follow you.
Yeah, we were making reference to earlier, and I also saw him do a show in San Marcos.
Yes.
We were in San Marcos, and I gotta say, you know how y'all don't have to know much about comedy, but sometimes it's a rough crowd. There was a dickhead cop in the audience, and this guy killed him with kindness. Like,
Wait, were they talking shit or what?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, to each and every comic, I guess they couldn't handle it because I guess they were trying to be assholes, but the guy over-assholed them. I took another approach. I was like, "You're a badass dude. I'm not gonna fuck with you. You're too big for me."
Yeah, and and it was
So
in
he
San
took
Marcos.
fear. All right.
But that's what I loved about it, because that was such a veteran or not, that was what do you call it when you just have the natural skill set.
Right.
And you were able to, you assessed the situation, and this guy was being a fucking dick. This guy was being a dick, and he was a cop, so he thought he could be a dick. Then Drew goes up there and he's like, "You're a good looking guy," and the guy's like, "Yeah, whatever," and Drew just kept on going. By the end, the guy's like, "I love you."
Oh, nice. That's a great strategy, right there.
I was scared. Like I didn't know what to do in this situation
Yeah.
because it's a situation, man. You just gotta overthink it. I just like fuck it. This guy was just being a dick. I'd be nice to him, and he was just silent the whole damn time until this guy came in, just slaughtered the fucking cop. All right.
Oh wow! So you went for cutthroat?
Mm-hmm.
I'm from the valley. Bro.
Yeah, that's
like-
exactly the shit you learn out there.
Like I grew up as an Austin comic where I'm all like, good material. You need to work on your stuff.
Yeah,
You need technique
yeah,
and originality.
that's- yeah.
But like I said, I want to stab someone until they shit out my knife.
Yeah.
That guy came out, and Drew was there. He's like, "You're amazing. You're beautiful. We're all God's children. You, sir, look like you have a big dick." I'm like, "Fuck you, no dick, motherfucker."
Yeah.
Like, I came
Yeah,
out there.
you gotta do that out there, bro. Like it's
Yeah.
not a joke down there, man.
No, this was in San Marcos.
Yeah.
Oh.
I thought there was gonna be the most liberal town ever. I thought they're gonna be like if I was gonna mention something, they're gonna get offended. But this guy just like I don't know what the hell he was. He was a big ass cop and a small ass skirt. Do you remember that?
Yeah,
fucking
I
skirt?
did, because I threatened his other friend, and I said, "Come up on stage and touch my dick." And that's how I was like, because I looked at the footage, I'm like, "I'll touch your dick." You come up on stage talking all your shit over there.
Oh.
Like, I was like, "Get on stage." I was like, "Pull on your dick." Like, I was like fucking like yelling at this viewer there. But I wasn't trying to talk about me. Fuck me. It wasn't about me. We're praising you.
Yeah.
Like, I did what I did, but you went up there and took a very good approach. It was a very wise, just like, "Hey, kill him with kindness." And at that point, then they're really an asshole. Because see, they were just being funny.
Right.
They're like, "Oh, look at how funny I am. I'm making the show better." First of all, none of y'all out there that talk during the show are making the show better. That doesn't. That's not a thing.
Nah,
It's
come
never
on,
been.
man.
That's not a
Be
thing.
respectful. Just be respectful.
Enjoy it. Like, I mean, you can't. You can sing along with your favorite band, but you can't go along with the comedy.
Right.
Like a friend of mine in San Antonio, I was at River Center. He's like, "Hey, bro," he was heckling me, and he was like, "I'm trying to make the show better."
Oh,
I was like,
my God,
"If you're fucking and I'm saying good job,
Yeah.
does that make the fucking better, or am I fucking with you?"
Dude, yeah.
I don't give a shit about
yeah.
your intent.
Yeah.
But what you did was beautiful, man. Because it's one thing to want to be funny, but he had to buy into it.
Yeah, exactly.
Because then even his friends would be like, "Yo, dude, like, you're being an asshole.
Yeah.
Like, look at that nice portly man up there."
Dude, it's just I have like a lot of experience hosting, and I haven't done comedy as long as y'all have, but y'all guys took it up a notch, and I want to do that. I want to have enough confidence to be like, if I'm gonna talk shit to you, it's gonna be part of the show. You know what I'm
Time
saying?
will get you there.
Yeah, time, and also the fact that you didn't try to change the blueprint of your makeup.
Right.
You weren't
Yeah,
like, "I'm gonna be
yeah.
like this person." You were
Yeah,
like, "Look,
it's just you.
I don't want this to be a shitty experience.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's have some fun."
Right.
Yeah, and it,
I took the violent prison rape
Yeah.
approach,
You did.
but
both ways work.
yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
There's
But
no-
for the record, I have also tried to be like, "Hey man, let's have some fun." I'd be like, "Fuck you!" I'm like, "I'm gonna kill you."
Yeah.
So, like,
Well, you're from the valley. I can assume like different crowds gotta handle differently for different crowds. You know what I'm saying? Like you're from the valley. You probably did a couple of shows out of San Antonio. It's like these crowds need to be. There's a certain way to handle it. You know?
and you missed on me and Israel talking about this earlier. It is about being well rounded.
Right.
Because yes, I'm from the valley, but my comedy career started in Austin.
Right.
Yeah.
So there was a weird dynamic,
Yeah.
and there was a struggle.
Yeah.
There was a struggle. I'm like, am I smart, intellectual,
Yeah.
and about presenting you fine cuisine,
Right.
or am I like eat this bologna sandwich?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You know,
okay,
so
okay.
there is that internal struggle,
Mhm.
and then after a while, you're just like, you know what, I'm whoever I am.
So, yeah,
Right.
I'm the same way too. Like I would always be like, well, no. It was weird with me because I always wanted was like, cause I'm Mexican, I'm from El Paso, right?
Yeah, we
But-
heard that when you said, "I know,"
yeah,
because
You
I'm
know you're
Mexican. I know.
but you know what? The first 10 years of my career, I had no material about being Mexican, like nothing. Cause I had that thing in my head that, oh, I don't want comics to be like, oh, I'm trying to be a taco comedian or something like that. You know what I mean?
I'm 18 years. I just started putting Mexican stuff in.
Yeah, see, that's
Really?
I'm
Okay.
because I had this thing that I was like, I want people to know. But then it's like I'm now at a level where I'm getting comfortable talking about myself, you know, and me talking about myself is my experience. And I've been opening up, and now I am talking about having a Mexican dad that doesn't speak English, and my mom with her robe that she always wears, and it's become this thing that I'm like, oh wow, like this is great because it's my life, you know. And those jokes are starting to hit really hard because it's coming from a genuine. People are watching and be like,
100%.
whoa,
Right.
this guy's genuine.
100%, and that's the thing. Like some people say, comedy should be relatable,
Right.
and there's a large part of me that disagrees. And I said this, and don't get me wrong, I'm not saying I'm right. Let me make that clear. I'm not saying I'm right in this assessment.
Different
But
point of view.
there is a point, and I said this in an interview some time back. I said I'm not a taxi driver.
Right.
You know, I'm a
Yeah.
tour guide. I'm not going to take you somewhere you asked to go. I'm going to take you somewhere you've never been before. So that's what I want to do when I do
Okay.
comedy. But in the same boat,